Tom and Jason loved to go camping and fishing. In the summer months, they did this just about every weekend. They would leave on Friday and they would go to their campsite and set up Friday night. And then on Saturday morning, very early, they would get up and they would have breakfast. And then they would hike down the trail to the lake and they would go fishing all day long. They really enjoyed it. And on this particular trip, there was nothing unusual. Everything was going the way they usually do by setting up camp on Friday night and going fishing on Saturday. But by early Saturday afternoon, Tom was feeling bad. He didn't know what was wrong with him, but he wasn't feeling good. So he and Jason decided to gather up their fishing gear and, of course, their fish and head back up the trail to their campsite. And as they started climbing up the trail, Tom began to feel sick to his stomach and dizzy, and it just was not going well for him at all. So Jason saw a log nearby, and he had Tom sit down on the log, and he gave him some water and just told him to sit there and rest for a minute. And then Jason remembered a couple of verses from the Bible that he had read that morning for his devotions. And it was found in the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verses 29 and 31. And they say, "He gives power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increases strength." And verse 31 says, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength." So Jason shared these verses with Tom, and then he had prayer with Tom. And then with God's help, they began to climb back up the pathway and got up to the campsite. And I want to ask you today, are there times in your life that you feel like you're struggling, that you just feel exhausted and you just feel drained of all your strength? Well, I want to let you know, no matter what the situation is in your life, God will help you. He will give you strength to go through whatever you're going through. You don't have to go through it alone. He'll give you power to keep going, and He'll give you that strength. So just remember that. In Psalm 46:1, we read these words, "God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble." When you're faced with trouble and trials and you feel faint, go to your Bible, read the scriptures, and claim those promises. And I want to leave you with this thought. When circumstances overwhelm you and seem too hard to bear, call on the Lord for strength, and then trust His tender care. Call on the Lord and trust the Lord. Thank you.